What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike and I'm back at it again with another video. I feel like every year we run into a new type of investing trend. This year is no different, but some of the recent trends that we've experienced is cryptocurrency, electric vehicle stocks, marijuana stocks. Last year, of course, was the metaverse. Got that right here. The metaverse, was last year. And then this year, we're talking about AI or artificial intelligence. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some type of investments that you can make to invest into AI for the long term, for the future. We'll see how everything goes, once everything plays out. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. All thanks to the power of ChatGPT, AI is now mainstream. Well, AI or artificial intelligence is simply the use of computers to do things that traditionally are done by humans, by human intelligence like us. So typically you would get a human to do what AI can do now, such as automate tasks for us and just make our lives a little bit easier. If you've been living under a rock for the past couple of months, then you might not be aware of this new chatbot known as ChatGPT. But if you have, then of course you already know this is a chatbot, a AI chatbot created by a company known as OpenAI. As of January of 2023, they have a current estimated monthly user base of 100 million people every single day. And to give you guys a little bit of perspective, just so you guys know, it took TikTok about 9 months to reach 100 million users, and it took Instagram about 2.5 years to reach 100 million users. ChatGPT has reached 100 million users in 2 months. Absolutely insane. You can ask ChatGPT just about anything and you'll get tons of responses back within a few seconds. This is no difference than Google as far as being a search engine, but of course ChatGPT can do a little bit more and also go a little bit deeper with their responses versus Google is just going to give you something, it's going to spit out a response and you might have to sort through a couple of websites to find what exactly it works for you. So I did a quick basic test just to, of course, test everything out. On Google, I pretty much asked the same question I asked to ChatGPT, and that is, how do I start a successful podcast? Both came back with solid answers. Google provided me with tons of different links to tons of websites that offer me exactly what I was looking for, and ChatGPT did the exact same thing, but pretty much providing me with an outline of how a successful podcast can get started, how everything works, and whatnot. Past that, ChatGPT will go a little bit deeper if you ask it more deeper, I guess you could say, questions. So it remembers all your responses as if it's a real conversation and can extend off of what it pretty much just gave you as a response. So I went a little bit deeper. I pretty much asked for a podcast about money, pretty much asking the name of the podcast about money. Give me some names of podcasts that are related to money. It gave me a response. It gave me about 10 different options of podcasts that have money in the title or just have a relationship to money that might work as a podcast title. Past that, I was like, okay, now make it a little bit trendy. It made it a little bit trendy. It gave me 10 more responses of podcasts that talk about money that also are a little bit more trendy than the typical ones that was mentioned before. So I ended up picking one and I told ChatGPT that I picked one. I said, I like this one, which is the Budget Bosses podcast. That's not going to be my podcast if I do decide to make one, but for the example, that's what we got. So the Budget Bosses podcast, I also asked it on top of that, can you give me an outline to overall start my first episode of Budget Bosses? And ChatGPT, of course, responded, did just that, and gave me a full-blown outline of exactly what I can say, what I can do, how I can break everything down to everything I need it to be to pretty much get started with my podcast and also talk about what I can talk about in my very first episode. So I think that's pretty cool. Of course, you can still get, I think, a decent amount of these answers from Google. It just might take a little bit more work, but you also can't curate your answers on Google like you can do on a AI platform like ChatGPT. So it's a pretty powerful software, and like I said, just go out and use it for yourself. Try to exit stuff in the beginning that's more basic, but like I said, I guess the possibilities are really endless. It really comes down to what type of questions are you going to ask them and how deep you can really go when it comes to asking those questions. Because the deeper you get, the more information I feel like you can get out of it for free, of course. And yeah, I like that idea of it. This is yet another gateway to the future on, I guess you could say, our technological advances. And honestly, I can't comprehend on what's going to happen next, but I'm excited to see it. Regardless, AI in general is just an industry disruptor. People are already using this to do their homework. People are already getting zeros and A+s for doing this. And there are tons of other industries where AI can pretty much be implemented to pretty much caused the entire industry to disrupt. And I'll give you a couple examples here. With tech jobs such as coding and software developers, of course, will be impacted because when it comes to just the general things, you still need a little bit of human interaction when it comes to coding and software development. You pretty much can go in and allow the AI to create general code for general code purposes, just as a template or just to start off a piece of software first, instead of you trying to write the code yourself, which might take more time. So you can have the AI go ahead and handle that. But of course, things are probably only going to get better in the future as we spend more time with AI, developing it, learning from it, and everything like that. Past that, we have things such as media jobs, such as technical writing and advertising. When it comes to technical writing, of course, ChatGPT, I just showed you, can give you an exact outline of what you might need to start a successful podcast. It can also give you an exact outline of what you might need to do something else or whatever. The possibilities are really endless. Like I said, just use it for yourself and you'll see how deep it can really go. Besides that, advertising as well. Of course, AI can crunch numbers and algorithms to possibly recommend products to you that you may like, just as we have AI today that does just that from places like Amazon.com. AI can impact the legal industry by drafting legal documents up for whatever reason you may need legal documents for. If you can go ahead and type those documents up from AI versus you trying to type those documents up as just being one person typing long legal documents up, then I can see that's a huge time saver, and of course it'll impact the industry because you don't need as many legal assistants to go ahead and do just that. The chatbot, or not the chatbot, the AI can do just that with no issue, with ease, and in a reasonable amount of time as well. Of course, ChatGPT and other AI can only be as strong as we really create it right now, but it could reach a point where it becomes, an issue where the AI might actually be able to learn on its own and grab information from the internet to teach others. So that could possibly put a dent in the teaching industry or the schooling industry, anything like that. Like I said, that's going to take time. This doesn't happen overnight, but it's still a possibility. But you can look at the art industry with AI art. You can look at the finance industry and also the customer service industry. We're already talking to chatbots now in customer service, and I'm sure in the next 5, 10, 15 years, it's only going to get better and more accurate as to what they exactly want. So they don't have to hire real people and pay real people when they can just use AI and have them essentially do it for free. So we're already experiencing all that right now. I have no expectations on what else we could possibly see. I mean, it's like I said, it's almost endless on what we could see, and we have plenty of time to find out about it. And even right now, before you click on this video, part of my thumbnail that I made for this video was generated completely by AI. I didn't do anything to edit this picture to make it my own. I literally gave it to a AI bot pretty much, and it created this image for me, known as an app using Lensa. So that's just an AI art app, but you could have used any other app. I believe another one is called Dolly, which creates AI art as well. So yeah, a portion of my thumbnail is literally generated from AI. I had no impact on how that image was created, but that's the thumbnail. You clicked on it, so clearly there was some interest there, right? I hope so. Either way, drop a like. But I'm just saying. So yeah, where do we start when it comes to investing into AI? Because this industry is huge, and I mean, it has the potential to be the go-to industry in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I personally think one of the best and safest ways to invest into AI right now is to indirectly invest into AI through these major tech companies, because these major tech companies are the ones that are going to try to take the most advantage of AI, of course, to their favor to make the most money from us as consumers. So when I talk about the major companies, I have a couple on the list today, and I want to bring that list pretty much to you. So let's get into that. So let's start with ChatGPT. When it comes to ChatGPT, of course, I mentioned the company that makes ChatGPT is a company known as OpenAI. OpenAI is not publicly tradable on the stock market, so you can't openly invest into them right now unless you're maybe some type of accredited investor, which most people watching this video probably isn't. So the best way to invest into ChatGPT right now is through Microsoft stock, and that is because Microsoft actually invested $10 billion into ChatGPT over the recent month across a multi-year deal. And I'm sure if everything turns out to be successful, they have plans to consistently invest into ChatGPT in the future. So $10 billion from something that just came out about 2 months ago is absolutely insane. 2-3 months. So I can't really complain there. I think Microsoft knows that AI is the future, and I think a lot of other major tech companies knows that as well. And if they can go ahead and get a jump on that, as Microsoft is trying to do, then I don't see any reason why we shouldn't go ahead and invest a portion of our money into that if you want to be invested into AI. And that's just one single company. Microsoft has already stated that they plan to integrate ChatGPT into their Bing search, which is absolutely insane. And I can't really wait to see how that plays out. They also said that they plan to add AI to their Azure cloud services, and they plan to add ChatGPT to their Microsoft Teams application, so they pretty much can give you a recap on what may have happened in meetings, and also translate meetings across different languages after the meeting has already concluded. So pretty cool stuff. And like I said, this is just the beginning. This is just this year. Who knows what other ideas they have in store, but it's only going to make their products better, and they're still charging for all these type of services, which is only going to make Microsoft more money if people plan to use them. But like I said before, other major tech companies aren't just going to let Microsoft come by and swoop them over for the next couple of years when it comes to AI. Of course, they're going to take part in their AI investments, or either start their own AI proprietary like software. So of course, let's start with the rest of the list, or let's go down the rest of the list. And the first one I want to mention is Google. Google, aka the king of search, isn't just going to let anybody come on by and take over their whole search engine business. That's not happening. So Google has recently announced that they plan to invest about $300 million into AI, and I'm sure that'll consistently change, and consistently more will be added to it over the next coming years. But Amazon, as I mentioned before, is virtually known for using AI and machine learning for Amazon.com to recommend the best products to you. So of course, that's an investment option for you. Apple, the tech giant right now with CEO Tim Cook at the helm, has already came out and said that AI is a major focus for them, and they will eventually have AI affect every single product and service that they offer. So they're taking AI very seriously, and I expect it to be just that case. Apple already works with things like Siri. Of course, the iPhone has a lot of AI built into it, and a lot of the iOS software updates have been pushing a lot more for AI like things, such as you going through your photos and being able to search for a photo by just typing in the name of what you think it might be. I think that's a pretty cool feature, and that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI. And of course, AI audiobooks, which is just recently announced by Apple as well. CrowdStrike, which is a cybersecurity company that will most likely use AI to protect their customers from cyber threats, which of course I'm pretty sure will be more of an issue going in the future than it was in the past, because we can already see that we're pushing for this whole computer-like future, I guess you could say. So I think cyber threats are going to be a major problem going forward, but that's obviously expected. So I think honestly investing into cybersecurity in general is probably just a good idea. Meta, formerly known as Facebook, will use AI to generate videos, and of course they already use AI right now to think about what you might want or what you might be searching for, to provide that information to advertisers to pretty much make more money from you. That's just how things work, and they've already been doing that for a couple of years, and with I guess more advanced AI, it'll only get better. So that's already there. NVIDIA, already being a leader in the chip industry, we support all the processing power needed for AI. And on top of that, NVIDIA is already working to help power autonomous vehicles or self-driving cars right now. So they're already doing the AI thing right now. Like I said, I think it's just going to be extended, and pretty much more funding is going to go to it for NVIDIA and all these companies going forward in the future. And the last one I want to mention on the list today is a company known as C3.ai. You can actually invest into this. This is a sole AI play. They pretty much focus on solely just that, just AI. And they are a software as a service company that focuses on deploying large-scale AI applications to their customers. The United States Air Force uses them right now to pretty much predict aircraft system failures, and they also help them find new ways to increase mission capabilities. So there you go. That just goes to show that all these different companies are using AI in different ways to overall make money, as a company should. I mean, that's a business. They gotta do what they gotta do. But we're looking for a crazy future when it comes to AI, and I think this might be even bigger than the metaverse potentially when it comes to an investment. So I've already been investing into most of these companies in general anyway, but what are your thoughts? What are your other AI type of picks? Down in the comment section below. Just let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think about AI in general. Where will we be in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years when it comes to AI? And yeah, I would just like to know. I think this is a really interesting thing. I'm pretty excited about it. I was pretty excited about the metaverse. I'm still invested into the metaverse. And I think there's potential for all this to exist all at one time. Honestly, I'm extremely excited and slightly terrified on what could happen with AI in the future and what the future simply has to offer. So that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.